making a compass. A couple things I really like about this project. One is it's a great project for your desktop when you're in class. You could use it. And also when you're out on the job site, you could use it as a layout tool. Okay, so step one is you want to grab your aluminum stock. This is 1/2 inch wide by 1/4 inch. It's about 8.5, 9 inches long. You want to cut it to length. As in all projects, layout's kind of the key. You can make your compass as long as you want. I'm going to make one 6 inches long. So I measure to 6. Mark it within when I'm cutting, my blade's on that side of my mark, because this is the piece I'm keeping. Before you do anything, especially with metal filings, you have to have your safety glasses on. Okay? So I'm going to cut this at 6. Okay? When you're done cutting, you're going to have burrs on the outside edge. You want to use a file. And first you want to clean all those burrs off. And then not only do you want to clean all those burrs off on both sides, you want to bevel all those edges. So you're going to bevel it at 45. Right, so all 8 edges will be all that. Cut to 6 inches. File, edges are beveled. Then I'm going to measure a 1/4 inch in all 3 sides. And then I want to mark that with a punch. And on this one, I'm going to do it on both sides. From there, I'm going over to a 9/64 drill bit. Making sure I got my safety glasses on. It's really key that your bit goes through perpendicular to that plane. I'm going to drill holes on both sides. And then from there, I'm going to use a hand tap. This is an 8/32 hand tap. 8 is the size of the bolt. 32 is 32 threads per inch. And when I tap these holes, I got to go pretty slow. And then this is a hard steel going into aluminum. I'm cutting these threads out. So I cut these threads here. I cut them on the other side. Okay, then on my first arm, cut to 6 inches, both holes drilled, and then tapped with 8/32 hand tap. Then my other arm, I'm going to actually drill a 3/16 hole through this side, because I want that bolt not to touch the bind in here at all. So this one's going to free spin on the bolt, and then this one's going to lock. Okay, so then I have these 2 holes drilled and tapped. This hole just drilled with 3/16. And then I'm going to use this pan head screw. It's going to go through this, through this one, and then screw into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to taper the edge of this hole. This time I'm going to use a hand drill to taper it. And I'm just going to start with the straightener. And then as I go, I'm just going to check it to see if that thing's going to. I got to put a vertical hole in. And on this, like everything really in machine work and in geometry, is everything has to be perpendicular. Right? So I use my square to make sure my stock is perpendicular. And then I'm going to line that up. Right, this is a pretty small diameter drill bit. So I got to go really gently down here. The other side. Checking that it's square. This nail right here, I mark it at 1 inch, and then cut it at 1 inch. Now that I have the nail head here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of wood glue on this. Then I'm going to tap it into that hole. The nail's steel. So even though it's a little bit rough, it'll cut burrs into the aluminum. So then this part of the compass is what it's going to be a pivot point, and then this part will be your lead, and then that's what's going to Then you can take a piece of lead, just break it to length. It's going to drop in here, a little bit long, and then to sharpen it, I put it into my mechanical pencil, and then right here on this side, what you want to do is that sets the length of your pencil lead to sharpen it. So you could have kind of a blunt point here and a sharper point here. So I'll go kind of blunt, set my lead, then I sharpen it in here. And then I take that lead, it goes in this end. And then I use the same size bolt right here for my set screw. So this just kind of screws in. It doesn't screw in very well. Then you need to re-tap these threads. Right? So then this whole thing goes together. A little bit of Loctite on my bolt, on my threads. A little dab of Loctite. My bolt goes through here. And there. There's your compass, ready to draw circles. Be safe. Most important thing, say thermo shrink. It's this piece of rubber, and you can put it over these aluminum tubes. And then this is a heat gun, and then you can just shrink that stuff. It'll suck right up onto the aluminum. A shrink wrap will be a good place to hold on to, like a finger grip.